The LA County Real Estate Investor Association really offers three things: education, networking, and mentorship. And today, I'm really lucky to have two people who really hit all three of those bills. They're great educators. They are about networking. They have groups, and they're coming to our program, the LA Grand Expo in October. And they're also mentors for people who want to go from zero to getting started in real estate. I get asked it all the time. How do I get started? I don't offer that program. I don't really know how to do that. I've been in this business a while, but I do know that Dani and Flip are experts on that subject. So I'm really glad to have them with Freedom Family Investments. Hey guys, how you doing?
We're great.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
And we'll have you online now, but we're gonna have you live on October 21st, Saturday at the Iman Center for the LA Grand Expo. We're excited to have you there. We have a whole list of people who are coming on board, and you guys are the headliners, I guess. No, just amongst many. But it's a free event for anybody who hasn't signed up. Please go to LAREIC.com. So tell me a little bit about your program. What is Freedom Family Investments?
Freedom Family Investments is really for passive investors. So from our journey in real estate, we started with nothing, no knowledge, no experience. We were going door to door, handing out flyers, trying to get deals. And we went down the active investor path for many, many years. Eventually, it led us to Ohio. We built our first company in 2017. We are now up to 7 companies, all based out of the Dayton, Cincinnati, Ohio area. Wow. And we've fallen in love with the passive investor path. We realize that we don't need another job. We want to enjoy life. We want to design our lifestyle around our business instead of the other way around. And so Freedom Family Investments offers that same journey for anybody who wants to join us. And that's what we're really passionate about. Is we're doing it for ourselves anyway. Why don't we invite other people to come along?
Well, and on that track, inviting people to come along, I go to the LA County event monthly and I meet people say, I want to get started. I either have a job and some extra money, or I want to get out of my job and get into something that's more passive, like you described. And I said, well, I don't really do that, but here are mentors that can help you. And I point them in direction of people like you in the past. And as you know, I don't know the number, but it seems to me 9 out of 10 don't do anything and come back month after month after month, a year later. I'll see them 3 years later. They're still learning and still deciding what to do. And 1 in 10 actually take a jump. And it's a life-changing experience. What is it that you see in that one person that changes their life that the other 9 people, you wish you could give them in a bottle or a pill form?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to share, or let Flip share, the diving board story. This is what we kind of compare it to when you are a kid and you're wanting to jump off that diving board for the first time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I remember I think I was 10 years old, and I was at a major university in Michigan, and all these kids were at the pool of the university, and there's a 10-meter platform. Now, I'm like, 10 meters, that's not high. It's just 10. 10's not high. But little did I realize that that's actually like 33 feet or whatever it is. And so anyway, so I got all the way to the top, and, I got there, and that's what everybody does. They get to these events, or they get to their mentors, or they get to their coaches. They got there, but they don't take the jump. They don't take that leap. They don't do it. And that's one of our main philosophies is always, we never stop. We always keep going. And I remember when I jumped off, it took me, like, I swear it seemed like a half an hour, it's probably a minute. But I finally jumped off, and I just went straight down, and I went straight in the water, and I got up and I screamed, and I got out of the water, and I went right back to the top, and I did it again. And that's what it is. It's honestly, it's doing it once, and then getting up and doing it over and over and over and over again. And that's one of the things that we just did because we didn't know better, because somebody said, hey, do this. And we said, okay. And we did it. And next thing you know, we started building and building and building. And it just, we love that. It's just always been in both of us. And it's just, I don't know, it's ingrained.
It is.
I think you're so right. I was a lifeguard in high school, and so I saw that process over and over. I did it myself, and then I saw it over and over again. And when I taught my daughter how to swim, because I'm a lifeguard, I know I can keep her safe. I just threw her in the pool and watched her struggle a bit, and she kept her head above water, and she figured it out, and she figured out how to swim. After a while, she cried a little bit, whatever. And then recently, we were at a pool with my grandson. That daughter has now has 2, but the first one, and I said to her, "Oh, I'll take him in the pool." No, Daddy, I know what you're gonna do. You got to throw him in the water. Well, there's no other way. There's really nothing besides jumping off the high dive. So, but I do think there is a little bit in that when people have a sense of community and a connection to mentorship that maybe gives them the confidence to jump off when they might not. So what do you guys offer to help that person kind of feel, okay, I'm not just jumping in the pool. I know there's water there. There's a lifeguard, Flip or Dani, the lifeguard, and the other one is in the water with them, encouraging them. And there's maybe some other people cheering them on. What do you guys do to kind of create that environment?
Yeah, so we always talk about the 3 questions that we get asked every time we're on the phone, right? And especially for newer investors. Where do I start? Which path is right for me? And who do I trust? And when you're starting,
whoa. I need to write those down. Those are great. So which path is right?
Where do I start?
Where to start?
Which path is right for me? And who do I trust?
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Yeah, so those are the 3 questions we get asked all the time. And I think they're very important questions for people to be asking. Like I said, when we started, we didn't know to ask those questions. We didn't know to ask a lot more questions. We didn't know to design our lifestyle around our business. And so we just kind of chased something to see if we liked it. And so what we try to do is talk to people and just understand, what do you want your lifestyle to look like? What are you doing now? Some people really love their job. They're in a W-2 job and they love it. They don't want to quit, but they understand the power of building wealth through real estate. And they want to, surround themselves with a team that is building that wealth and teaching them how to do the exact same thing. So it's very kind of a custom approach. And we just say, hey, Bill, what are you looking to do? Do you love your job? What type of income do you have? How much would you like to invest? Are you wanting to be kind of in the control seat where you're helping pick out colors? Or are you wanting to be just, please send me the money? I don't want to even talk to you very often if I don't have to. And once we understand those, the answers to those questions, then we actually created a chart for investors to go, okay, this is what we found through this conversation that's important to you. Based on the things that are important to you, here's the ideas and investment opportunities that you could choose and likely be very happy with starting out, instead of trying something only to find out 2 years later, oh, I really don't like that. I prefer to do this instead.
Yeah, I mean, I found the category of somebody, I love my business. I don't love my job. I'm self-employed, but I love what I do every day. I don't want to not sell real estate, do probates and work with attorneys and the things I'm doing. I just want to take the money I'm making and get a better return on it than I have been through, stocks, bonds. I do have a real estate investment. We have a lot of customers who make good income, good salaries, and kind of like what they do, but they're making more money to know what to do with, and they'd like that money to go to work for them. So
That's
describe a little bit, what are common paths for people who have investment that are looking maybe for both, good rates of return as well as an entree into real estate investing as an avenue?
Yeah, so for people who like control, they might want to build their rental portfolio, right? So we have turnkey real estate. We'll go find the property, we'll renovate the property, we'll place a resident in the property, we'll manage it for you, and you just buy a done-for-you rental property that's cash flowing. So for people who like the control box, a lot of them go there because they're building their own wealth, they have control over their property, what gets done, how it gets turned, what residents get placed, things like that. For people who just want the passive path, which is more along what Flip and I have grown to love now that we created 7 different jobs for ourselves. Then we take them through like apartment syndications, funds, private money lending, master note programs, things that they can invest in and get anywhere from a 6 to 12% or more return, tax benefits, diversifications, cash flow, capital preservation, growth, all of those things, liquidity. Those are the things that we're talking about on the very first phone call. What is it that's important to you right now based on where you're at in life? And then we put them into the, hey, the speed fund's going to be great for you. Oh, for you, the growth fund's going to be fantastic. Oh, for you, the agility fund is going to be great. Or a private money lender keeps you a little liquid. So that's the conversation pieces that we have. And we have worked really hard to create vehicles that will meet the needs of investors because, like we said, we're investors ourselves and we're on the path anyway. It's just kind of fun to serve everybody else along the way.
Well, I think, and I don't know there's anything you said that is revolutionary. First off, I love your 3 questions. I wrote those down, and I'm going to say those so well, people are going to think that I made it up. That's how good it's going to sound. I give it over. I am not going to attribute you like I should. I'm just going to own it. That's not how good it is. But I think there's nothing, the answers you have there aren't necessarily revolutionary. I think part of it is, well, we have to trust somebody to go down that path. And I think that's what the exciting thing about the event you're coming out to is people can meet you and hear you in person and ask you questions personally and privately, whatever, and then decide if we want to move forward rather than just going online, watching on YouTube and having to make a decision and spend a bunch of money, kind of blindly. So look forward to seeing you guys. What do you plan to talk about when you come out on October 21st?
Yeah, so the title of our talk presentation is going to be "The Rich Don't Work for Money. Why do you?"
The rich don't work for money. Why don't you?
Yeah, it's just meant to get you thinking, right? I think the most important time that we can spend is that time when we're thinking about what we want out of life. And we're all so busy. We're all so distracted. There's so much noise out in the world that we just don't take the time to put ourselves first and answer the important questions. And so that's what we're going to talk about when we're with you.
Well, I won't be there because I have a conflict that day. I'm the promoting the event, and I'm interviewing all the individual people to meet separately. But I do appreciate you guys are coming out. It's a great event. We're going to have, I forget how many hundred we expect. We have 250 monthly. I'm guessing 500-600 people will be there. Live event. We have 12 speakers. Well, you guys count as one. But Dani, you're so good. You count as two, and then I'm sorry, and then Flip counts as another half. So you guys count as 2.5 on the list. That's 12. Did I just say that? Flip, I'm not being nice to you today.
I always get the short end of the stick. I get it.
Yeah. Well, you married up, so that's the way it goes the rest of your career, I think.
You got that right.
That one. Okay, good. So we look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday, October 21st, 9 to 6 is an all-day event at the Iman Cultural Center in West Los Angeles. You can get details at LAProbate.com. We'll have the details in the notes as well. I'm Bill Gross. Dani and Flip, thanks so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate being here.